Hello everyone. In this presentation, I'll be explaining the automated testing tools with advantages and disadvantages. First of all, I would like to define the software testing. It is a process of evaluating an application in the intent of finding defects and comparing actual versus expected results. It with automation testing, this process is, as the name suggests, automates. Like once the test cases are fed, then it tests automatically, and it can be scheduled to execute at any specific time. Also do various other functionalities like cross browser testing, various platform testings and all. So that can be achieved using automation testing. The advantages of automation testing are it is better and comparatively faster than the manual testing, as it is computer based and not dependent on the human. It reduces dependencies on test engineers. Even if the test engineer is not available at certain specific time, but he already has the tool set up with all the test cases and scheduled the testing, then testing can be done. Like I said, automated testing can be run all time in 24 by 7 environment, and it requires comparatively less resources, and the stress load and performance kind of testings are better done with automation testing only, and manual testing cannot be done properly for load and performance kind of testing, where the like a huge amount of user are hitting the application at the same time, and what would be the outcome. So all those kind of testing, it's better to have the automation testing tool for that. It is less error prone, so as it is the machine based automated testing, so like human error uh, are minimized in this process, or avoided. Next is the disadvantages of automation testing. The biggest disadvantage I would say is not everything can be automated. Doesn't matter how much we try, we cannot automate every single thing. Like for example, in the if we are working on the payment application, so what all card used, and whether the payment method changed, and there are certain minute details, what is the minor change in that. For that, we have to manually go ahead and test that. We cannot automate every single aspect of it. And also, automation testing is expensive, as the software's tools and their licenses and maintenance is involved. And also, it needs the trained and skilled people who knows those automation softwares pretty well. They can if they can operate it pretty well, then we definitely need those kind of resources for automation testing. And then some organizations do not prefer automation, so in those cases also they have to go with the manual testing. And although it is automated process, but still test cases have to be created manually and fed to a automation tool based on which the testing will be performed. Those were the in general advantages and disadvantages of automation testing. So in my project, I'm using a Selenium, a tool which is a very powerful tool. And the advantages of Selenium, the first point is it is an open source software, so it is free to use, and anyone can modify, use it as per their need. Uh, Apart from that, it supports various programming languages to write test scripts like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, and many more other programming languages. And it supports various operating system, like it can work on Windows as well as Linux and Mac and all other operating systems. So, like cross platform and as well as cross browser support, as it supports various browsers like Mozilla, Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and many more. Selenium supports parallel test execution, and due to parallel testing, it reduces the test execution time. It is quite faster. Also, Selenium uses less hardware resources compared to various other vendor tools. So, these are all the advantages of Selenium. And now, let us see the disadvantages of Selenium. So, it is means as I said, it is an open source software. So, there is a possibility that the anybody can change anything, and hence it is not too reliable technical support. So, uh, and also it supports web-based applications only. For instance, it desktop applications and mobile native and hybrid applications. Those kind of applications cannot be like Selenium cannot be used for those kind of application. And Selenium WebDriver takes more time writing test cases as it is complex, and there for each test case there we need to provide the detailed steps for each and every task. So that makes it little bit difficult. And then the test environment setup is complicated compared to other vendor tools, which can be just like download and install the tool, and then it is all set up in the environment. So this is not the case with Selenium. And it is it has limited support for image testing. There are new features which might not work properly, as it is open source, and no one with being it open source, no one specifically responsible for new feature uses. So this could be not reliable and might not work properly. Apart from that, there is a node test tool on Selenium Suite which supports the test management. So, for test management purposes, there are certain external tools such as UFT and ALM are used. And there is no built-in reporting facility in Selenium, unlike UFT QTP, which has the built-in reporting facility. So, these are the disadvantages of Selenium. And Overall, I would say Selenium is pretty good, being available for free, and the test can be really good with it. So easy to use it with various different programming language. And since Python is pretty much growing nowadays, so within my project, I'm using Selenium with the Python programming. So if you have any questions, let me know in the discussion section. Thank you all. Bye.